What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna have a little bit different video because I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Actually, not a lot of things, specifically one thing: YouTube and how it's affecting all of us creators like myself here at Wristwatch Addiction. I'm lucky that I have a full-time job, that this is a hobby, that if this channel went away tomorrow, I could recreate it on another platform or recreate it on YouTube, and the only thing that would be affected was you, the subscribers, not being able to get that content and having to search out and find me elsewhere. For people like Jody over at Just One More Watch, who this morning got this and had to do a lot of hoop jumping with YouTube to get his channel reinstated. And I should point out, Jody's one of the most honest, upfront people on YouTube. Almost every video, there's a little warning up here or down here saying it has a paid review. Right before he talks about the watch or the strap or whatever, he has an alarm that goes off. And he says that alarm is a reminder that it is a paid review, that they've given him the piece. He doesn't have to give it back. He's very upfront about everything. He did one video, and that video was a comparison between a genuine luxury watch and a not so genuine luxury watch. And that's how I'm going to state it here, because quite frankly, it seems like that YouTube is on a mission to get rid of anything even mentioning those type of pieces. At any rate, he bombasted this less than genuine piece. He talked about how it wasn't worth the price of the packaging even. So it was not a review or promotion of any kind, yet apparently there was a copyright claim and it was taken down along with the remainder of his channel. No, hey, this is your warning, this is your first strike, whatever. We took your entire channel down over one complaint. I watch investment channels, and one of the channels I watch is Stephan's channel. I'll put a link below to the video I'm referencing here. They gave him about a dozen days, they being YouTube, gave him about a dozen days to resolve an issue where spammers were using his name to spam in the comments section of videos. YouTube made the assumption it was him and gave him a week warning that they were going to remove his entire channel. I have had spammers in the comments. I'll probably have a spammer in this comment. It's near impossible to get rid of them. You ban them, you bar them, you flag them, and then they're immediately up with a slightly different name. Yet YouTube doesn't care about that, and that results in my channel being lost, or Graham's being lost, or Jody's being lost, or your channel being lost, or that channel that you love in another genre completely being lost over what only can be described as YouTube growing too big. These things that were in place when YouTube was a small platform, a small hosting platform, and worked moderately well, does not work now. There needs to be a complete overhaul of YouTube's practices, and it needs to start now before the creators like Jody, who had a full-time job and then due to lockdowns turned their YouTube channel into a full-time employment. Those guys don't have a fallback. They don't have unemployment. They don't have another job to go to. When they lose their channel, they have essentially just been fired. It's not right. And I stand by Jody. I stand by Graham. I stand by any content creator who's out there honestly trying to promote good quality content and be honest to their viewers and be upfront and not trying to grift. And while we're on that subject, I haven't reined in on the TimePiece gentleman debacle. I'll rein in on it now. I think they're Muppets. I think they're a disgrace to the industry. I think if you have someone's product or money for one day and they can't contact you for one day, you should be liable. And I think if YouTube is going after anybody's content, I think they should go after the TimePiece gentleman. I'm looking at alternate platforms. I'll always be on YouTube as long as YouTube allows me, but I'm also looking at alternate platforms to host the exact same content. I did a Patreon. Nobody seemed to really want to go to Patreon, so I'm looking for other free sites where I can host this content there as well. So if YouTube decides that they don't like me anymore, you guys can still find my content. Scott Keeps Time and myself are looking at a podcast. We're just both slow. We both have full-time jobs. We had the lockdowns, we had COVID, we had all this stuff. So it got postponed, but we're going to do a podcast at some point in the near future. I've already talked to Christian, Theo, and Harris. I've already talked to Jody. I've talked to, who else have I talked to? Cameron at Weiss Watch Company. But I've talked to a number of people, and we'll have some good content, and believe me, YouTube, there'll definitely be a subject. But anyway, I hope you continue to watch my channel. I hope it continues to stay up. We'll see. Go subscribe to Jody. Go subscribe to Christian. Go subscribe to all these channels. If you watch a channel, if you've watched 2 videos of that channel, go subscribe, like their videos, let YouTube know that they have a following. YouTube's coming for them, and we need to do all we can to back up our content elsewhere. We need to do all we can to make sure that YouTube cannot even misconstrue what we're saying. If you know a creator that could benefit from this video, share it with them. If you want to like it, great. If you want to dislike it, great. I don't care. It's not my job. But I do care when it comes to people like Jody where their lifeline is affected, because it's just not right. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, even though it's sort of a downer subject. And we'll be back with watch content very soon. See you later.